Well, as you say, there may be some ways that a worker is like an employee and other ways that the same worker is like an independent contractor. So how does a court decide if the business is passing or failing the key test? Do you have the right to control the manner and means of accomplishing the desired result?
Well, the traditional answer is facts and circumstances. And I think for lawyers and accountants, and certainly for business people, that's a very frustrating kind of thing to confront. I mean, what we all want, I guess, what clients want is sort of clear answers. And when someone, either an individual or a company that has hundreds or thousands or hundreds of thousands of workers, sits down with an advisor and says, okay, what are these people, this particular category, not necessarily every single worker, but this type of a salesperson, for example, what is this person? And it would be really nice to have some litmus tests. Unfortunately, we don't have that. The IRS still uses the 20 factors. More recently, the last few years, they have another sort of reduced number of 7 factors. It's essentially the same test. Most of the states have a kind of knockoff of that, where they look at the words you used, Becky, controlling the manner and method, manner, and means, the 3 M's, if you will. But it isn't easy, and very frequently, as you might expect, if you ask the government, they're going to opt in favor of employee status, because if it's the IRS, because they get the money right away via withholding. They get much more money that way because it's earlier and it's more reliable than independent contractors filling out a Schedule C tax return and sending it in. And I think it's true for most other agencies too, that is workers' comp authorities and labor departments and industrial relations departments around the country. All of them want and need money, and they get that much more regularly from employees. I think one key fact about any of these facts and circumstances discussions is simply that there is no litmus test. So if you have 3 factors out of 20 or 7 factors out of 20, that doesn't mean you're safe, and it doesn't mean that you're not safe. Much depends on which factor may be the most important on your particular facts and what is most likely in a juror's mind or the court's mind to weigh particularly in favor of employee status. So it's very hard. I think it's one reason why some of the work that I've done as an expert witness is not so much to say this is what the result should be, because that really is the ultimate issue in the case, but rather these are the kinds of methodologies that one uses, and these are the kinds of factors, let's say in the IRS 20 factors, which is basically a common law test. These are the factors that probably don't matter on a given set of facts, because they're almost always going to cut one way or the other. They sometimes are a kind of a 50-50 issue. Right to terminate the person, right to quit, which they're often reciprocal rights. The worker has a right to quit, the company has a right to terminate. If you have both of those things present, as you often do, they really shouldn't matter too much. They should cancel each other out. That's the kind of thing that I think helps judges and juries sort out these things.